Side note, please give me anime recommendations.
It's that? What is it?
Someone just told me!
What are you talking about? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Me da permiso, ¿verdad? En el nombre del Padre y del Espíritu Santo. Vean mis manos, yo no llevo nada. No quiero que después vayan a decir de que yo no llevo documentos, ¿ya? Meta abajo de las manos y ahí lo vayan. Abajo. Busque
Reality glitches caught on camera.
So I came home from the store and I opened up this gallon of milk and I poured myself a glass of milk. And then I realized I should have shaken up that milk. So I poured my milk back into the jug. Now my milk jug is full of milk and I still have this much milk left in my glass. How does it make any sense? Where did all the milk come from?
I feel like I'm experiencing a glitch in the Matrix right now because this drink looks like it's full, right? Like, it looks like it's full, right? Right? So, I'm gonna take a sip. A big gulp, okay? Okay? Look at this, watch this. Watch this! What the fuck? Why does it still look like that? Why does it still look like that? I know it's not still full.
Okay, I was wondering when it was gonna happen, but I think that my glitch in the Matrix moment finally fucking happened because I swear to God, I'm going through my garage right now and bestie, I just saw this fucking picture of my homegirl and I in this box. But we only took one fucking picture at the club. This is the same exact fucking picture. And I've never printed any pictures twice, ever. Ever in my life. Oh my God, wait, I think I'm actually fucking freaking out. This is the first time that this has ever happened to me. I swear to God, we only took one picture and you can see it's the exact same fucking picture. I don't own a printing machine for a Polaroid. I only have one Polaroid and there's no way we just got it exactly the same 2 times. Holy shit. I've always wondered, like, when was this gonna happen to me? You took this picture. How do you feel?
I don't know how to feel.
It's kind of fucking creepy, huh? He literally took this picture of us. One picture. And it's the same fucking picture. No.
Yeah, I only remember packing one.
You only packed one of these pictures.
Gonna show me?
My picture I drew.
Your picture you drew.
That's Daddy, that's Mummy, and that's me.
And what's that?
That's Steve.
Steve?
Yeah, Steve.
Who's Steve?
My friend.
Your imaginary friend?
My best friend.
Your best friend Steve? You've got a best friend that looks like this?
It's my best friend Steve.
Okay. I'm leaving the house.
The little girl's drawing of her nightmarish friend Steve went viral, even inspiring some viewers to create renderings of what Steve might look like in real life. Viewers of Ahmad's video encouraged him to ask the little girl a few more questions about her imaginary friend Steve, and things went from bad to worse.
Mama said you got 2 imaginary friends.
No, I've got 2 best friends.
You've got 2 best friends.
Yeah, 2. Do you want me to show you in his picture?
Who's that?
That's Steve.
Yeah.
That's Margaret.
And who's that?
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
No, but you spelt my name wrong.
Yeah, but that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, with your mustache and your eyebrows.
My eyebrows.
Yeah.
My eyebrows look like that.
Yeah, your bushy eyebrows.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
Because Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah, but Margaret likes you.
Margaret likes me.
Look, she's holding your hand.
She's holding my hand. She's eating me. Are you sure Margaret likes me?
Yeah, she's holding your hand.
Do I need to be worried?
No.
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 Actually, this is not a joke. I have left the house. If you want an Steve part 4, I'll be honest, I'm not giving that update. Because now I'm unliked by Steve, whoever this person is.
It turns out that Ahmad's little sister has another imaginary friend named Margaret. But even creepier, he learns that for some reason, her old friend Steve just doesn't like him.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
Because Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Ahmad is now a little freaked out. He says that after this last visit with his little sister, the drawings are just getting a bit too creepy for him. He says that he won't be checking in with another update on Steve. Or Margaret, for that matter.
Do not watch this video at night. This will freak you out. In the photo behind me is a man named Cody. And while he was home by himself, he was starting to experience some very odd things. He was hearing noises, and it was pretty clear that he thought someone was in the house. And by the way, the footage that I'm about to show you was recorded by him. When he walked over to the bathroom, the lights were flickering. But not only were the lights flickering, but the faucet was on, so he turned the faucet off and left. At this point, Cody got pretty freaked out, so he went outside and called his wife and let her know what was happening. His wife insisted that he would stay outside, however, Cody decided to go back in and do some more filming. When he went back inside, the entire kitchen was a complete mess. Cupboards were open and things were thrown around as seen in this photo, and this right here is the clip of him first walking in. When Cody watched this clip back, he saw something absolutely terrifying in one of the frames. This is the still frame. Can you see it? This is what he saw looking out from the corner of his daughter's bedroom door. If I were Cody, I'd be selling my house and moving out immediately.
No, I'm not. No.
Lock the door!
No,
Lock the door!
I'm not even kidding. I literally thought it was you. I saw someone in the window of the kitchen. Like,
No, you
I
didn't.
thought
No,
it
you
was
didn't. Great. His light is on?
And the freaking.
It starts like any other night, 2 friends recording, laughing at strange noises in the dark. But the laughter cuts short when one of them freezes and whispers, "I'm dead serious. I just saw someone in this room."
Literally.
No, Gracie, his light's on?
Yes.
I turned it off. No.
I can't. I literally can't call cops. Dead serious. Like, that's how serious I am.
No, the light, like one of the lights is on. I don't remember which one.
One whispers, "Don't move." Seconds later, something scrapes across the floor. The camera shakes as they both panic, one saying to run, the other refusing to leave. A door slams, a muffled scream, and then silence. Their fear is real, their voices cracking with terror. Whatever's inside the house, it's closer than they think. Then, chaos, heavy footsteps, shouting. You can hear someone yelling from downstairs. The girls freeze, realizing this isn't a prank or a misunderstanding. The sound of boots hits the stairs, real police commands echoing through the house. What happens next was caught by accident.
We're right here. We're right here. Please.
Come down, come on, let's go, hands up, who are you? The officers' voices are panicked. Something unexpected is unfolding. The girls stay quiet, frozen in fear. The video cuts out before we see who they were talking to.
Just go, run. Stop, don't do that. I'm not going to. I'll stay with Abby for someone.
The clip ends abruptly. No reveal, no intruder shown. But some viewers claim they saw a reflection in the kitchen window, a figure standing behind the girls. Police confirmed someone was in the house, but never said who.
I somehow broke physics with this fence. My dog escaped from it the other day. I got mad at it, so I slammed it. This used to be on the other side of this. And somehow, both of them are unharmed, and now it's on the other side.
Schmungus? What? A VPN into what? Another dimension? I married a schmungus. What the hell is schmungus?
Can someone explain how this shadow appears under the bed?
So when I tell you that this story is one of the scariest stories that I've ever told, believe me, because this story has me so freaked out. So with that being said, let's jump right into tonight's story. So grab your favorite tea and settle in, and let me tell you another scary Appalachian story, because of course, this is Tea After Midnight. This story comes from Hannah. Hey Savannah, I debated if I wanted to send you my story or not because I was afraid it would stir something back up. I really haven't gotten over what happened to me and my sister in the Appalachian Mountains a few years ago. We grew up in the mountains and have always enjoyed being outside. One of mine and my sister's favorite things to do is go ghost hunting. We've always been drawn in by the paranormal and have many stories from our childhood of ghostly encounters. But the story I'm sharing today is by far the scariest. Let me start by setting the scene. It was October of 2022. My sister was 20 and I was 23. We both had been trying to plan a spooky adventure for us to go on since we had gotten older and weren't able to do it as much now. My sister Janie had heard about this abandoned warehouse that was a few hours away from us that had a lot of history and apparently a lot of ghost sightings. We both agreed that this place would be perfect for us to go and explore. One of Janie's coworkers told her about it and said that they had actually experienced a few things there themselves. This made me excited because it had been a while since we had had a good scare. The day comes for us to head to this warehouse, and just by looking at Google Maps, I could tell that this place was in the middle of nowhere. The drive there for the most part was good until it said we were about 10 minutes away. My phone that was plugged in on the charger and was at 100% battery dies out of nowhere, and I couldn't get it to turn back on. My sister pulls up the address on her phone, but her phone starts glitching really bad and wouldn't give us the directions. I just kept driving and eventually it pops back up on her phone and said we were 2 minutes away. We turn right onto the road and her phone shuts off completely. She could not get it to turn back on, just like mine. As I'm driving, we eventually come up on this big rundown warehouse that definitely looks haunted and assumed that this was the right place. We get out and grab our bags and start making our way to the side entrance that was supposed to be the way to get in. We round the corner, but there was no door or any way in. I asked Janie if this sounded right, and she said no, that her coworker said that there would be a door frame that's open with the door sat to the side of it that had been busted off. We walked to the back of the building, and there was a door that was pried open. We ended up walking in just thinking maybe her coworker got that detail wrong. When we entered into this building, immediately I got hit with a wave of nausea, something I'd never experienced at that level of intensity. My sister stopped and turned around and told me that her head was hurting really bad, like she had a migraine. A few moments later, her headache and my nausea disappeared. It was really so strange how suddenly it came on and how quickly it went away for both of us. But we kept walking further into this building that seemed more and more like a maze at this point. This building was definitely abandoned and falling apart and had a very bad smell to it. It smelled like sulfur. Both of us knowing that that could be a sign of a demonic presence, we gave each other a look, and I said that we should be extremely careful with what we say as to not attract anything. The deeper we got into the warehouse, the darker it seemed to get. We had brought flashlights with us, so we took them out and started flashing them around, just checking the place out. My sister was in front of me, and she saw a door that was closed and said she wanted to check out what was in there. She tried to open the door, but the handle wouldn't move. She just assumed it was locked and kept moving. We see a different room with the door open, so we both walked in there. There was nothing in this room other than some old furniture that looked like it had been there for years. It was all turned over, looking like someone had gone in there and tried to break things. But while we were in that room, we heard what sounded like a door creaking open. When you think of a spooky place and a door opening and it makes that distinct creaking noise, that is exactly what we heard. Chills ran up my spine and my sister said, "That's our cue to leave." I was right behind her as we headed out of the room and back into the hallway. There was only one way out that we knew of, which was the same way we came in. We started heading back that way when we got back to the original door that we had tried to but couldn't open, and the door was wide open. My sister and I stopped in our tracks because we knew that door was closed earlier. I stepped in front of my sister to walk ahead of her and tried to walk as quietly as we could by that room. We then hear this pure evil laughter coming from inside that room. Something not of this world. You could tell whatever just did that was something evil and demonic. I immediately grab my sister's arm and start running to pass that room and get out of there as quickly as possible. As soon as I passed the room, I felt my arm jolt back and drop down. I turn around and see my sister on the ground being dragged into this room where that demonic laughter was coming from. I'm in chills right now. On my sister's leg, there was a long arm and fingers that were gripping her leg, pulling her into that room. I grabbed my sister's other hand and used all of my strength to pull her back toward me, away from that thing. I fell back with her in my hands because the thing had let her go. We jumped up and started running as fast as we could towards the door, but behind us, we could hear the loudest banging and running footsteps coming behind us. I know I shouldn't have, but I turned my head to look, and for a split second, I caught a glimpse of the thing that had tried to take my sister. A large black mass with long arms and fingers was flying towards us. And I don't mean flying like it was super fast. I mean levitating in midair, flying at us. But I could still hear banging all around us and footsteps chasing us. It truly was the most traumatizing thing I had ever seen. We make it out and into the car, flooring it out of there. The next few minutes were completely silent. I then start sobbing uncontrollably, and my sister did the same. We have no idea what this thing was, but we do know that it was demonic. Once we were almost home, my sister said she needed to tell me something. She told me that while that thing was dragging her into the room, she saw something else in there that was deeply disturbing. She told me that what was dragging her in there was the same exact thing that I saw flying at us. The large black mass with long arms and fingers, but she also said in the corner of that room, she saw another large black mass standing there, smiling at her. When we got home, we checked her leg, and as clear as day, there is a massive handprint on her leg where I saw the thing grabbing her. I would include a picture that we took, but my sister did not want that picture online. But the weirdest thing about this entire encounter is that my sister spoke to her coworker the next day and told her what had happened. While my sister was describing this place, her coworker said, "Are you sure you went to the right place?" She then showed my sister a picture of the place that she was talking about, and it looked nothing like the warehouse that we went to. The place we were supposed to go to didn't look like a traditional abandoned warehouse. It looked like it was still an operable business. Finding this out sent me into full body chills, because to this day, my sister and I don't understand how we ended up there or what it was that we encountered. So I don't know about you guys, but I am also in full body chills right now. Like I said, this is definitely one of the scariest stories that I've ever told. Because it's one thing when you hear or see something scary, but it's a whole other thing when that scary thing grabs onto you and tries to drag you into another room. Absolutely not. I 100% believe what they encountered was demonic entities. And all of the things that were happening leading up to getting to the warehouse, like your phones glitching and dying when they were at 100% battery, that's just weird. But then when you walk into the place, you get nausea and your sister gets a migraine. But what's even weirder to me is that at the very same time, it went away. That is so freaky. But the most absolutely gut-wrenching part of this story was when it grabbed your sister and was dragging her into that room. I just got chills. I don't know what it wanted with your sister, but I absolutely cross a line when something touches me. That is just a hard no from me. It's one thing to see it or hear it, but it's a whole other when it tries to touch you. But the description of what you said this thing looked like and your sister absolutely just sends chills down my spine every time I think about it. But the fact that one of them was in the corner of the room smiling at her, no, I can't. Ooh, I've got chills. But then when you get home, seeing that this thing left a handprint on your sister, absolutely not. No. But one of the creepiest parts to this story is your sister goes to work and tells her coworker about this, explains the place, and she's like, "I don't think you went to the right place." Shows her a picture, and it surely wasn't the same place. How y'all ended up there, I have no idea. I really, really would like to know, because that is absolutely frightening to just put in an address, you think you're going to the right place, and it takes you to a completely different place that's actually more haunted than you could even imagine. But Hannah, I am so sorry that you and your sister went through this. That is absolutely traumatizing, and I genuinely couldn't imagine going through something like this. So thank you for sending your story for us to be able to hear, but I'm so sorry y'all went through that. But that does conclude this episode of Tea After Midnight. If you have any personal scary stories you want to share, you know I would love to read it. You can email me at the email on the screen or the email in the caption of this video. But as always, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. I hope you have the best night, and I'll catch you in the next one.